Srinidhi, is it you? Yes. Okay.
Srinidhi, are we looking at your screen?
Srinidhi has shared her screen.
That's good, thank you.
So the first story is, as a developer, I need to do the admin level changes provided by PO. So 4 tasks has been given. So three is completed and ELT 1333. As an admin, I need technical English resources. This one task is pending, Shoban. So I have mentioned in the comment about the ticket also.
I think we can just wait. We'll wait to see what the ticket says, if they can fix it. We won't put it into this next sprint, but we'll just wait to see what they say.
We have not received any any reply for the ticket, Shivan. So we will wait until we get a positive response. So once we get the access credentials for us, we can take it into the sprint.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So for now, we will leave it open and go to the backlog.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So all other 3 tasks has been approved by Shivan. So we can move to the next one. As an admin, I want to update readers catalog info. And the story is for updating the missing assets on the reader side. So since you have been uploaded already, so you want me to give the demo for the story?
Kalpana, I think you have to get a bit closer to the microphone. It's quite hard to hear you.
Okay. Just a second, Sue.
Oh, that's better.
So Sue, this story you already commented that this have been approved. So you want me to give a demo for this story?
This one's fine. This one's closed.
Okay. So next.
So the next one is finish all years, and then Balaji can continue. So the next story is, as an admin, I need the English first and student resources uploaded and recognized. So as mentioned in the description, we have reorganized the folder structures here, categorized as mentioned as classroom audio, video, and vocabulary maps and workbook. For classroom audio, we have implemented access audio, level 1 audio, level 2 audio in this sprint. Success audio has been already done, and we have categorized this into success audio. So as Shivan asked, we have created a download full audio button. So user can download the full audio. And we have also implemented vocabulary map pages. User can able to download the document. And for workbook pages, user can view and download the PDF files.
That's all fine, Kalpana. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Did you hear Siobhan, Kalpana?
Sorry, Sue, we didn't hear Shivan.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So Siobhan has just said that that's fine.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Shiban.
Approved.
Okay. Okay. Let's
So-
move on to the next one.
Biology can continue.
Okay. Thanks.
Sorry, have we missed 1, 3, 4, 5?
That's Balaji's story. He will continue now.
Okay.
Stop sharing screen with me.
Can you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
GSC.
Story number ELT1345. As an explanation, I want the GSC score converter changes to be approved for libraries. Actually, in this print, we got three sections from GSC score converter. So, this is the GSC score converter test page. So actually, we have used GSC score converter in multiple places, but as of now, I have changed all the contents only for the GSC score converter iframe section. So this is one of the English.com ELT pages. Um, uh, we are providing this page as iframe for the end user and other team developers. So that we was using it from the GSC2 writing Jovi, but on the sprint we have added 3 more new sections: version English test, version writing test, version English placement test. So other than that, we have added GSC dashboard, but as per the GSC score converter feedback, I have removed the GSC dashboard section from score converter functionality like before. So we can convert it from version English test to GSC and version writing test to GSC and version English placement test to GSC. So the same functionality. So if the scores is not available, then it will show no score comparison available. If it is available, then
Thank
no
you.
score value be displayed here.
Thanks for going through it, Balaji. I think that I'm happy with it. I just want to be sure that the team have given final approval. So I've got a request out because although they've responded and you've actioned the last request that they made, which was to remove the threshold scores, since that was done, I've gone back to them to ask for their approval and they haven't come back to me. So they're in the US, and so hopefully by the time they get into the office in a few hours, I can chase them again for that approval. I'm not expecting there to be any other problems because I think both Mallory and Catherine have now looked at it, haven't they? So two people have looked at it. So, but I just want to have that final approval before we say yes to it going live.
Okay, sure. As of now, we have merged the code in a develop branch. So if they don't want to go to live for the GSC score converter for this sprint, we will just revert back the code and we will take the live by tomorrow.
Okay, thanks. And Balaji, I was trying to get what you were saying about the score converter being available in other places.
Yes.
So, am I right in thinking that you have updated this iframe, and so wherever else used, it will be updated?
Okay, sure. Actually, we have this. We are using the score converter in GSC page under English.com and the progress page under product.ps and ELT.com. So once they approve, once they approve the scores, then next sprint we will work for it. We will just update the same content for the GSC page under English.com and product.ps and ELT.com.
Who looks after the product.pearsonelt.com page? Who's it managed by?
Actually, as of now, we are managing all the pages coming under product.pearsonelt.com.
Okay. You're managing them.
Yes.
So who's the business owner? Are we the business owners? Or do you deal with anyone else? Is what I'm asking.
No one from our end. We don't know the business owner contacts and all.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
We are not aware of the business owner contacts.
Okay, fine. And the progress page are you aware of that because I sent you the link, Balaji?
Yes, you.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no action on that at the moment because I need to follow up who owns it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I think we can go to the next.
Come again, sir?
Come on.
I think we can go on to the next story. I
No.
just need to get final approval for the GSE changes.
Okay. Task 1376.
Okay, as a dev, I need to clone all the pages comes under menus so that I can include in the menus. Actually, before that, we was using the Drupal menus for both the header and footer section. So, as per the Drupal menu standard, we can able to add the menu pages only if the pages exist. But before that, we was not created more of the pages, but we need to clone the pages. So I have cloned all the pages. Now I have just removed the Drupal menu concept. So instead of that, I'm using Drupal blocks. So it is very simple to use. It's very simple to handle. I'll just show the demo to you. So before that, if we want to add or edit the menus, then we need to go to the structure and menus, then the particular menu name, then we need to make the changes. But now I have changed it as a block, so we can change all the contents from the page itself. For example, if I want to edit this menu, then if you hover the menu, and you can see the configuration options. So once you click configuration with options, you can see the configurations. So here is a simple HTML structure. So you can add or delete, or you can change the menu name, and you can change the menu URL and everything. Everything you can do by it here. So it does not have any restrictions, and we can add whatever we want. We can add it here, so it is very simple to use. And if you want to edit as a HTML structure, and the option is also available. So if you click the full HTML structure, and you can see the arrangements for the menu.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
but the pages have to exist in the test site in order for me to link to them, because I don't want to link to live pages. I want to link to the page copied back into test.
okay.
Is that possible
sure.
now? Is that possible now that you've cloned all the pages from the live site back into test?
Yeah, it's available. So it's possible. So as of now, we have cloned mostly 50% of pages in test site. So remaining thing, I will clone it. I will just copy the content from the production live site, and I'll just create a new pages in tested, and I will use the same content to the test site. Then after that, all the pages is available for testreaders.english.com, and we can use all the menus and pages.
Okay, good. Will that be today?
Okay, sure. I'll update you once I completed everything. I'll update you today evening.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
So
sure.
I think because I would like to be able to, so just to explain what's happening here, we've got the new homepage. I've got a new catalog landing page coming, but all of the other pages are going to be the same as live, but with a new header and footer on them. Does that make sense? The content will be the same.
Okay, so that is the functionality actually we made. So everything is same. We as of now we have changed the header and footer, then design. That's it.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
All right. I'll take a look, and let me know when you're finished with setting up the test site, making a full test site, and then I'll go in and have a look.
Okay, sure. After completing all the things, I'll just send a mail to you.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. So this one's not
Yes,
quite complete. Are we saying that this story is not quite complete?
Yeah, no. The story is created only for the menu section because you have shared one document, no, that menu links or what to change the menu links. So I just cloned the pages only comes under the menus, header and footer menus. So that story is completed, and this after the other pages we just take it as a task, and I will complete it today.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
So can we close this? So will you be closing this now, Sue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall I move to the next user story issue?
Yes, please.
And the next user story, ELT1365. As a web manager, I want to amend to the reader's header to match psnelt.com. So you have already approved this user story. I'll show the demo to you. And before that, we was disabled the clickable option for parent menu. So we was just adding the redirection rule only for the submenus. Now I have just changed the order. So I have mapped all the appropriate URL to the menus for both the parent and submenus to redirect all the menus. So this is the same functionality like psnelt.com. So I am just using the color code as per our design standard. Otherwise, everything is same. And the second one is a breadcrumb, and here we are using the breadcrumb. This is customized functionality from our end. So, for example, if I redirect.
Okay, great. Yes, so I can see that.
Okay, sure. Okay, so you have any other questions for this user story?
No, I mean I'm completely happy with it. I'll tell you what I forgot to mention, which I think could probably be, it's a small detail, so it can be in another story in another sprint. Is I forgot to say that the Pearson drop downs have these little arrows next to them, and the search icon is slightly different. But I can add that into another story. So this one is complete.
Okay, sure.
Do you see what I mean, Balaji? When you go to pearsonelt.com.
psnelt.com.
Do you see the arrows next to the primary navigation items? And do you see that the search magnifying glass is a different design?
Yes.
Yeah. So those are small things. At least we've got the look and feel of the Pearson site here. So I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Shall we move on to the next one, Tim?
Yes. Yep.
So the next user story, as a web manager, I want the drop-down links to readers' home page setup and link. We have completed the development part, but now we are just stuck in the designing part. So because in English.com, we are just using small size of text. For example, here English teacher and parent English learner. On the second drop down, also we are just using 1 or 2 line text. But here it seems like a big one. So actually the text is going out of the site. Actually the text size is more than it's going to out of the size. So we need to restructure it, and we need to make some changes, design and develop functionality changes for this one, but it won't take more time. So this is admin level changes only. So most probably we will complete all the things and we will fix the bugs by today itself or tomorrow morning.
Okay. Balaji, you're aware, aren't you, that if you go back to the slide that I sent you for this, that those items are they're not one item, they're all separate items. So books my students will love is one link to one page.
So this one too, books my student.
Yeah, so Looking For has four different drop downs.
Okay. So
and each of those should have a different page to link to, which I should have provided there. If you hover over, it should all be a different page.
Okay. So actually, the problem is from our end. We thought that everything is a single paragraph, so that we are just mapping like this. Okay, so then no issues. Then I will just update the link and let you know.
Okay, fine. And just that's fine. The only other thing I would say is that Go button, if you wouldn't mind going back to the test page, should really be a bit smaller. And then everything, it's the same width as the other ones, but the design that we sent you, I think it's smaller. But overall, the three items are still centered.
Okay.
So if that could happen, that would be great. But if it's tricky, just make it a little bit smaller and leave the other two in place.
Okay, sure. We will just make the changes for everything and let you know.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Shall I move to the next user story?
Just to say, going back on that I really appreciate the way that you've coded this so that the text is editable. So once you've got this in place, we can change our minds about how we phrase these things and also point the links to different places. So thank you for that.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, so can we move on to the next one, sir?
Yes.
So next one is a POC user story. ELT1344, as a web manager, I want a POC on reskilling the POC code converter to the new PMC theme. So actually, you have asked some questions in the description box. So the first one is a please asset the effort involved to reskill the CSS code converter and what you need. Actually, we need mostly 2 days for completing all the redesigning for the GSC code converter. And as I have mentioned here, we don't need CSS, so we can create the CSS file from our end, and we need the PSD file for this one. So actually, we got the PSD.
No, I don't yet, because a design was provided, but I'm not happy with it. So I don't think this will go into the Sprint 80, but it's good to know now. I think it'd probably be something like Sprint 81. But so there was that question about how we can embed it so that it's not an iframe, so that the tag on the page fires for all for that content.
Yes, actually, it is possible. Yeah, it's possible. So if you want to use the iframe, we can use the GSC code converter ELT pages in English.com, or if you don't want using the iframe, and we can structure an API like the UFO form, because plugin, so we are just using the UFO form as the API. We don't use the UFO form as an iframe. So of all the UFO forms, we are accessing only from the API call. So like the same way, we can create all the structure for the API. So you just need we will provide HTML structure for the form, and all the data and CSS and JavaScript, jQuery, and all the data is coming from the English.com. We can use it with the HTML structure. We just copy and paste the HTML structure, and all the contents will be one. Shoot. No need to add iframe. We can use it as a API.
Okay, and would we be able to use it on a PMC page with other content blocks around it?
Yes, sure, we can.
Standalone.
Come again, Sue?
If we used the, if we pulled the score converter in as an HTML file into a PMC page, into a PMC page using Adobe Experience Manager, would we have to have that standalone on that page, or could we also use content blocks and templates around it?
Yeah, we can use it either two ways. If you want to use it as a standalone page, and you can use it, or if you want to embed inside the content, and it is also possible.
Okay, all right, thank you. Thanks for that.
First one. Okay. Okay, that's all with respect to review, Steve.
Yes, that's the end of the review. Should we go on to the next sprint?
Planning. Yes. So stop sharing, Energy. I'll just share the velocity tracker for the next sprint.
Oh yes, I did have a look.
Yeah.
This is about 24 points.
Just a minute. Yes, it's 24.5. Srinidhi will be going on leave for 2 days. So for developers, we will have 14 points. And for QA, we have 6.5, and since the state gets shared, we have 4 points.
Okay.
24.5. Okay, I need to share it. Okay, so I'll share my share the Jira now. Okay. So Sue and Shivan, we reviewed the stories in the backlog, the first 11 stories. Shall we check one by one now?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 1, 3, and we could see the BST files and all the design files separate for this story. So, and one more question, Sue. Are these designs are the final ones?
Yes.
Are these the approved ones? Okay. So once this is done, we can take this to live. Is that the plan?
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay.
So what it's doing is it's not changing the categories. So if you look at the live site now for readers, and you clicked on the category search, the items below it are not changing. This is just a redesign of that filter option. Do you see what I mean by that? Changing, reskinning the look and feel of the search filter, but not changing ultimately how those items are categorized and how they appear in the search filter and what the items are. Does that make sense?
Yes, you.
Yeah. So when you look here on the left-hand side and you see that panel with search by categories,
Right.
although you can't see everything there because the designer hasn't opened all of the drop downs,
Yeah.
they are all the same. They're all the same as if you went to the live site now. If you went to readers.work.english.com now,
Yeah.
and clicked on search by categories, and that black and white page comes up. If you could get there, that would be useful. So this is really translated into that new design, and we haven't changed any of the options. Do you see what I mean?
Okay, so
Balaji, are you there?
yes, he's
Yes,
here.
yes, yes. You.
Yeah. Balaji, I'm guessing that it's you that would be doing this work.
Sorry, Sue?
I'm guessing that it would be Balaji that would be doing this work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Balaji and Sheikh will work together.
Okay, fine. So at this stage, we're just changing the look and feel of this rather than making any changes to the number of levels or the number of subseries or the genres. That part isn't changing. So you can use this as your kind of template for the drop downs,
Okay.
but it's got just being reskinned in a new style, and also it's being presented as I would hope that it could be presented as a block of content that we could use on other pages as well.
Okay, sure.
Does that make sense? Do you have any questions on that?
No, sure. Actually, I am clear about it. So
Okay. It just felt like so we want one landing page where you can get to all of the sub landing pages, so you can get to kids, readers, and active readers. But we wanted the search filter to be there. I would quite like to be able to put that search filter on the other landing pages that exist now, like kids and readers and active readers, if that's possible, to present it like that as a block that I can put into another layout. That would be great. But yeah, so this is it. Okay, any questions, just come back to me, because this is just a really important part of the redesign of the site. We'd like to be able to launch the site in December with the new homepage, the new header and footer, and this new catalogue landing page as well.
Okay. Okay, Sue. Please.
no questions.
Should it be responsive, Sue?
Yes.
Because currently it's not responsive. It seems.
Suppose not mobile. From the beginning, we are just supporting PSN readers up to tablet devices. We are not supporting mobile
Mobiles.
devices. So if you want to make it
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Sue?
Is the reader's website not responsive?
yeah, it is responsive up to tablet devices, because from the beginning we are not giving responsive styles for mobile devices for PSN readers.
So it's responsive to tablet view,
Yes, up to tablet view.
but not for mobile.
Yes, not mobile.
Okay. All right. Well, we will accept. I'll accept that. I'm not going to change that in this one story. So, that's fine.
Okay, sure.
Okay, Sue. Whatever we are having it now, we will maintain the same. Okay, so designs all okay, Sheikh? Okay, no other dependency, right? to start this story? Okay. And Sue, this story is for designing.
Sorry, Kalpana?
Just a second, Sue. Okay. So, team, just tell me whether the story is only for designing or we are covering testing as well. And Sue, we also have 2 other stories for the same purpose. 1221 and 1208.
Yes. Now that's because you asked me to put those 3 stories together.
Yes, one for designer and the other for Balaji for the development work. So we have 2 stories for development, like want to take it as a POC, and if you approve the POC, then we will work on the actual story. Are we sticking to that plan, Sue?
I don't think so. That sounds like more work than is needed.
It will not be like more work, but
if you want to, but my intention is that this work is completed in this sprint. That the test site, I end up with a test site where all of my content is in a test site, and I'm able to get stakeholder approval for it, and it gets moved into staging and gets published to live by December. By the end of December.
Yes, I did that too.
If the POC is part of that, that's fine. But I think we know it can be done. We're not changing the back end.
I mean, this story alone is for testing.
Actually, the development and design will take around 1 week. Time of design it is not all the code. You can take
Development design.
Designing will be good.
But you will move it to test. Okay. Sue, we will do the designing and development work and then move the code to test. But the testing, can we cover the testing alone in the next sprint, because designing and development itself will take the entire sprint.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Across a couple of sprints is fine.
Okay. Then I'll just edit the summary here. I'll just have it for just designing. And can we do this? Okay. Just a second. So points, please. Can we re-estimate for designing alone? How much do you need, shape? Okay. Okay, we are sticking with 5 for this. And, okay, we are going to ignore this POC and straight away going to work on the actual story 1221. Would you like to re-estimate, Balaji? Sticking to 5 points. Just move these stories now.
Okay. Actually, one more thing. In this mock-up, we can see some carousel and some sections. You want to make it as a dynamic or static?
Sorry, Balaji, you have to ask me that again. Sorry, I couldn't quite hear.
Okay. So actually, in this section, we have one carousel here, and below the new releases, so we have some sections like flip through our catalogs over 480 readers and making reading accessible to all. Then making reading accessible to all. So you want to make this section as a dynamic section, like as a block, or it is static section? See.
So my intention here is to use this making at the bottom where you see making reading accessible to all, that we use the same blocks that are on the home page that you see already.
Okay.
And then the carousel items above where it says, what's it say? Popular titles and new releases. That's going to work the same as on the live site now, where the product owners will choose items to go in that carousel.
Okay.
So they'll choose specific items that we can hopefully edit and change ourselves.
Okay.
And so I think is that how it works now? And then
Yes, you.
Sorry.
Yes,
Carry on.
Actually, we are just making all the section as a dynamic, so we can able to edit all the sections at any time with using the admin level configurations.
Lovely. And so then the item that you pointed to at the beginning where it says flip through our catalogue, you'll recognize that as an item that we've used on the home page. Again, we would want to reuse that there. And then the where it says where you've got the 3 colored blocks, I haven't been clear about the I haven't given you a specification for that, but I think that each one of these would have the ability to put an image on it like you see on the home page, and then have some editable text and a call to action.
Okay.
Okay. And then this top one where it says promo headline, I wanted that to be a bit like the promo banner on the home page, where it's a carousel and you can you can change the text and put a different image in.
Okay.
Is that all okay? Does that answer the question?
Yes, you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on to the next one. As a web manager, I want to update the reading catalog web assets. So we get the details.
This one, Claire hasn't given me the files yet, and I don't know whether she'll get them in time. How long can you give her?
The sprint starts on Friday, so even if we get it by EOD Friday, then that should be okay.
Okay, thank you. I'll
Okay.
let her know.
Okay, so okay. So once we get that, we will estimate and pull it into the sprint.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So moving on to 1374. As a web manager, I want to create a new buy page on Reader3.
Yes. You want me to talk through this?
1 second, Sue.
Would you like me to talk this through, or is it clear?
Yeah.
You.
Yes.
Actually, for my understanding, so we need to include these 2 forms in a single page, right?
Yes. And also leave me with a content area so that I can do a list of links to other sites.
Okay.
And a form stack form.
Okay. So you want to include only for the menu and the images also, because we have we are seeing some images in the page.
we would want to change. We would probably want to change the images as well.
Okay. So can I get the source code for this forms? Source code or any iframe for the form?
Yes, I'll try to find that, but I don't know where that'll be, but I'll try and find it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we will estimate it after we get the source code file. So will that be okay?
Sorry, Kalpana, what did you say?
So we can we estimate the story once we get the source code?
Yes. Yeah, I'll try and get that.
Awesome. Okay, fine. So moving on to 1372. As a web manager, I want changes to readers' homepage header elements. So this is for Sheikh, right? Sheikh, are you clear with this story? And Sue, we have given 1 point for this story.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I'll pull the story to this print. Okay, so moving on to the next one, 1379. As an admin, I need the medicine files upload so that we can be accessed. Okay, Srinidhi.
Kalpana, this is one where we're waiting for the files to arrive tomorrow.
Srinidhi, do you have any clarifications?
Already reviewed. So
Okay, it's clear for you. And we are expecting to arrive tomorrow. So should we wait until we get it? Or?
now we can start working. We have level 1, right? We can start working on it. So once we get the level 2, we continue to sit with them.
Okay, so we have Sue, we have given 3 points for this, and we will take it into the sprint.
Okay.
So since we have the information for level 1, we will continue with this. And 1380. I think for this story, we are still waiting for the assets. Sue, once we get the assets, Sue or Shibon, once we get the assets, we will estimate and then pull it into the sprint.
Okay. Do you see from the note there that we've got level 2 arriving on the 13th, which is quite far into your sprint? Is that going to be a problem?
13th is just Monday, so so 13 and 14, Srinidhi will be on leave. But let's see, once we get it, we can check the progress of the sprint, and if we have bandwidth, we can surely take it into the sprint.
Okay.
Okay. 1373. Could you please, okay, this is just a manual work, I guess. So can we have points? 1 point. We will have 1 point for this story, Sue or Shibon.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, and admin, I need the GSC site updated so that it is accurate. Shay, do you have any clarification for this? Open soon. Do we want to change this text to see?
Yeah.
Adding introducing the before this text.
Sorry, I'm going to get Siobhan to ask because I haven't really understood this one. What's the question, sorry?
Sorry, sir.
Do you want us to change the title of this PDF, which is the now
Yeah,
the
please.
global scale of English learning, and you want us to change into introduction to global scale of English, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have taken 1 point for this story.
Thank you.
Shape, are you okay with this shape? You have designer story and okay. And the last one, 1367. Okay, are we going to take this story team? Do you have velocity 18 to 10 values? Shivan, is it okay if we stop here because we have complex stories into this print and I think we are waiting for the level 1 and level 2 for two other stories. So can we take that into the next one? This one?
Then can you take it into the next sprint?
Yeah, that's okay.
And
Yes, that's
also,
That's fine, thanks. Let's put that in the next
Okay.
sprint.
okay, fine. So thank you. So I think that's all for today, team. Anything else you have? So, we have committed 15 points and have some space for other two stories. Other one story. Okay. So I think should be fine with this. Anything else, team?
Kalpana, I've got a couple of questions if you've got some time.
Sorry, Sue?
I've got a couple of questions on other matters if you've got some time.
Yeah, tell me, Sue.
Can you stay on the call so that I can ask you a couple of questions?
Sure, Sue. Okay, if and nothing is there, then yeah, we can all wind up. Okay. That's all from our end, Sue. You can ask me the questions you want.
Okay, thanks. So there's just two things. One is about the teacher toolkit.
Okay.
So we link to the teacher toolkit in English.com. As you know, we're moving the content, all the GSE content is going to go onto the Kids and ELT site. And the aim is to ultimately decommission English.com site and its servers. So there are two things. One is, does the teacher toolkit sit on the same servers as English.com?
Balaji, does the teacher toolkit sits on the same server as English.com?
No, teacher toolkit is a separate. All the page contents and everything is coming from the GST. So we are not controlling the GST teacher toolkit.
Okay, do you know who is?
We are just using the application,
We are
but it
using
is
an
just
application,
managed by.
Actually, they have deployed our code in our server. IP is different.
Okay, and Sue wants to know who is responsible.
Scrum Master, Chief Scrum Master.
All right. Okay. Sue,
SP.
can I give the contact information for the GSE team so
Yes,
that
please.
you can? Okay, then I'll send you an email,
Yeah.
the contact for the GSE team for your questions.
Okay.
Okay. So one
And-
other question.
My last question is, I sent a server ownership spreadsheet to you.
Right. Yes. Did you all get it? Yes. Server information. Okay. Just a second. Open it.
Yes. Sure.
Okay. I'll share my screen.
Do you have it, or do you want me to find it?
I have it and I am sharing it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So I'm in discussions with the One.com team about a plan for migrating the content over to PMC, and also to repoint the domain pearsonelt.com to english.com, and then identify whether any servers can be decommissioned as part of this process. And I pointed out to them that we still have the student resources on english.com.
Okay.
So they've asked me to find out which servers that are managing content for english.com.
Okay, actually, we are just using the Amazon Web Service for all the English.com pages, English.com, English.com blog, and readers, then ELT. So we are using Amazon AWS service, and we are just using the Amazon simple storage service for storing all the asset files like video, audios, document, and images and everything. So, and the next one is a product.pearsonelt. As of now, we are managing product.pearsonelt.com site. So this is also comes under AWS, I guess, because we don't know the server details for the product.pearsonelt.com. We will just collect all the details from the DevOps team and send it to you soon, Shu.
So for english.com at the top there, you're not managing servers, it's just AWS services.
No, we are just managing. AWS is a service. They are just providing a server. So we have managing different type of servers for English.com. For example, we are managing one separate server for test, one separate server for dev environment, and 2 separate servers for stage, and 3 separate servers for production. So we have a unique IP address for all the servers, and I will just gather all the details from the DevOps team and send the entire details to you, Shu.
Brilliant, thank you. So if you could just fill that in, that spreadsheet in, that would be brilliant, thank you.
Okay, so when we can
Readers.english.com, is that on the same server as english.com?
Yes, you actually the blog and readers.english.com, and those 2 sites is come under english.com servers.
Okay, and the resources, the english.com /English first hand.
Everything under the servers.
Everything on that same service.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, the AWS, we are using a 2 service from AWS. One is a servers. So our code copy and the entire code copy is and the databases are we are managing in servers. And the second service is the S3. It's called S3 SQL storage, and all the assets files we are just storing the S3. It is not related to the server. It is a separate service, but we are just managing. We are just mapping all the content to our servers, but both are different. Server is different, our english.com server is different, and the storage location is different.
Okay. If you could make that clear as well when you answer, when you fill in this form, that would be great. Thank you so much.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Shiban.
Thank you, Shivan.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.